All right. Here we are yet again, ready for another Slanted Brow show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Bernard Fields, and the show is going to start here really soon. So buckle in and be ready for a good night. All right, what's going on, everybody? I am Bernard Fields, and thank you for tuning into another episode of the Slanted Brow Show. As you guys can see, I am here all alone until the rest of the crew show up. Looking forward to hearing from Chris and also Keena. We're going to be talking a little bit tonight about voting and about a few other lighthearted topics. I know it's really been heavy for the past, God, beginning of the year. I'll say this. It all kind of started for me right along the time in which the news broke that Kobe Bryant had allegedly died. And the reason why I say allegedly was because TMZ was the first to break the news, and people had their feelings about that even. But regardless, I think that everyone can say they remembered where they were when they heard the news that Kobe Bryant had died, that he was killed in a helicopter accident along with his daughter Gigi. It was in the other people that were on the helicopter, people that were heading to a basketball boot camp, I believe. Either that, it was that in games, and it was heartbreaking. It was one of those moments where you're like, here we are at the top of the year, not even getting out the first month of January, and we're getting this bad news that someone who's been beloved by a lot of people, um, dying such a horrible accident. Um, and I remember where I was at. I was sitting in my church. Church was actually like over, and all of a sudden, my pastor, he gets up on the microphone and he's like, "Oh my gosh, y'all! I don't know if this is a joke or not, but they're saying that Kobe Bryant had died." And everybody kind of gasped. People were like, oh, "Are you serious?" Um, and so that's kind of when things started to hit the fan. Shortly thereafter, we had the COVID was already kind of happening, and it really took off. People didn't know what to expect with that type of illness that was going around. Social distancing is now a common conversation. It's now a common concern, and everyone now is just bracing themselves when it comes to every police involved shooting, dealing especially with people of color. It's like the tensions are super high. Tensions, things were already bad, but it's another thing when it just gets so bad to where you're like, oh my gosh, let me just get a moment, please, where I can just breathe. Please let me get a moment to breathe. And we haven't had that yet. Even a week ago, Chadwick Boseman died from stage 4 colon cancer. A very well beloved actor. I think I've never seen a phenomenon like this before when it comes to Chadwick Boseman. I know this may sound a little dark, but actually, just stick with me. This is actually good, because the amount of love that was being poured out on Twitter, because that's how I found out. Like, I was going to bed. I was in bed. Normally, that's kind of like my routine, is that before I close my eyes and everything, I check Twitter, see what was the news, end of the day news or beginning of the evening news. And so I see one Chadwick Boseman picture, and then I see somebody says, "No, he would be truly missed." And I'm thinking to myself, like, what? Like, is he leaving the MCU? Know that he was, and is the Black Panther that we know, grown and loved today. And no, passed away, died. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to go to sleep, you know? Um, and it just seems like every week it's just one thing after another, whether it's the government, whether it's just day-to-day life, whether it's just, it just seems like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. And tonight, myself, we felt like, with everything that's going on, that we just need to keep it super lighthearted because um, we just need it. We really, really, really do need a break. We need some time to be able to get ourselves together. So what's been good with me? That's kind of like one of the things that we ask ourselves during the show, and I want to ask you guys the same question too. Like, what's been good with you in this past week? I'll say for myself, despite everything that's going on, um, I'm grateful to be still working, like that may sound boring to some people, but that's like the highlight for me. Really, I really do enjoy what I do, which is, content creation, filmmaking. I've gotten my start with art, fine arts, painting, sculpting, all that good stuff. Went to college, got a degree in graphic design, picked that up, and then just kind of gradually was able to get my hands on some film equipment, film software, editing software, and I just have not looked back since. And it's been very, very profitable, very lucrative opportunities that I've only dreamt about are now happening, and I'm doing what I love to do, and that's to tell um, influential stories. So I want to know what's been good with you guys. If you want to leave a comment down below, that is perfectly fine with me. I will also leave a comment down below where if you choose to uh, and want to, you can jump in the conversation. I'll just go ahead and pull you in via the link. You will be either on camera or you can be off camera, but your audio will be on and you can just talk to us, talk to me. Love to have that conversation with you. So as to what's been going on, what's been good in your life. So one thing that I want to talk about is voting. Now, I'm not about to get super political. I'm not even about to talk about sides. I'm just going to talk about the importance of voting. The way that our system is set up, this is the way it's going to be, I think, until the cows come home, in which I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what it means to say the cows come home. But I will say that the voting system allows people to have a choice for their voice to be heard. And I'm looking at some of the people who feel like, voting is rigged. I don't vote. They're saying I don't vote because they already have their minds made up as to who they want in the election. And let's see, I'm getting messages here. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So I think that it's important for you to exercise that right. Regardless of where your ancestors sit in history, it's all worked together for this moment. For us to be able to have a chance to have our voices heard. When people want things to happen in today's time, in this republic, within this democracy, we don't fight. We don't necessarily fight one another, causing bloodshed, fighting and having wars in the streets. Though it may seem like that right now, but it doesn't lead to anything. It doesn't lead anywhere, except for voices to be heard in a different way. But then it still does come down to a vote. So if you really want to fight the good fight, you want to go to your voting booth. You want to go cast your ballot. You want your voice to be heard. This is how you do it. You cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. And I said this once before, and I say it again. Voting is game time, people. The practice comes into play where you are studying and understanding not just the presidential election, but the local elections. Like even as far as like who's the president of your street. Some people have neighborhood associations, and those are led by people, a group of people through voting. I'm hoping that they vote. That kind of mimics the Big Brother system of the United States of America, where we just all vote to have our voices heard, and prayerfully, fingers crossed, the ballots are treated as equals and fairly. And that to me seems to be the best way for change to happen. Is that everybody's not going to be happy about it. There's going to be some losing teams, but that's okay. It's like as long as we understand that we're trying to fight for the betterment of everyone, because that's what it's all about. It's not about voting for yourself in mind and yourself in mind alone, but when you step into the voting booth, vote for your brother, vote for your sister, vote for the stranger, vote for the uh, the person who may be less fortunate than yourself. Vote with the person who is more fortunate than yourself in mind. You want to keep all that into proper perspective when you're stepping in that booth. You want to be knowledgeable on that level. Be knowledgeable of who's your mayor. Who's part of the board, the city council. All that stuff points into the direction of the presidency of the United States. Because people feel as if like they're too small, their voice doesn't matter. That is not true. That is not true at all. Your voice does matter, and this is the best way to make a difference. I understand that people want to express themselves in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the times that we're living in, where there's civil unrest, where there just seems to be so much going on that the slightest bump, the slightest nudge on a needle will send anybody over, will send anybody crying out Black Lives Matter, that will send anybody saying that this is unfair, that will send anybody saying that I don't know if I should make this move because it may not be the right decision, or I don't want to be the next Karen, or some people who feel like I don't care if I am the next Karen or Darren or Antoine or Marquetta. I don't care. Like I'm just going to be me, you know. And we have to be careful of that, because at the end of that, all it is just exerted energy, and majority of the time it falls flat in the sight, in the line of the booth. That's where the line is drawn. The line is drawn at the booth, and it's painful. Sometimes we have to wait. If we don't like the way that our city is being ran, our community is being ran, our state is being ran, our county is being ran, our United States of America is being ran, we can make a change. You can make a change. It's called voting. And if your team loses, at least have the dignity to hold your head up high and said, I counted. My voice meant something. It mattered, because you don't want to wind up finding yourself on the sideline looking like, dag, I didn't say anything, and now this is happening, and I don't like it. If you don't play the sport, so to speak, you really don't have any room to complain about the points on the board. Plain and simple. Just look at it simply that way. It's like if you do not vote, you can't complain about the United States of America and how it is being ran. For every person who doesn't cast their vote, who feels as if like that the social justice is not being carried forth justly, you have to ask them the question: do you vote? Did you vote for this person who is that you believe abusing their office? Did you vote? If the answer is no, then it's almost like then all of your marching, all of your crying, all of your fighting is for naught. It's for nothing. Yes, it draws attention. Yes, it does rally up the people, but you know what? True change happens in the voting booth. It happens in the decision-making rooms. It happens in the places where the decision makers are. You have people that are crying out for the resignation of people in particular offices in different various cities when some of these civil arrests occur. And it's like, sometimes a person may resign, but a lot of the times they don't. And what do you do when they don't resign? All you had to do is say, you know what? Well, you don't get my vote. You don't get my vote. That's what really moves politicians. If you really want to move a politician, if you really want to move a person that's in leadership, uh, go after the vote. Go after the vote. It's cool. It's cute. You can march in front of their houses. You can bang on pots and pans and stuff like that. But that's not going to touch them. It's not going to touch them like how it would be if you had someone say, "Hey, all of the people that voted for you previously, they're not going to vote for you this time." You know. Oh man, thank you so much. Yes, had to represent. Um, I survived The Purge, DVA, designer visual artist, is part of the group that I am in. Also, Joshua Pomeroy, he is the man responsible for the design shirt. I love it. It's super clean. It's nice and comfortable. And I took a selfie picture of it today, posted it up in the private group that I'm part of. And Fatima, the queen, was saying that she needs to get herself a shirt. So I'm going to be on her. She needs to get a shirt like ASAP. These shirts are super nice. But yeah, going back to the whole thing of the voting, make sure that you vote. Make sure that you go ahead and let your voice be heard, because that is the true power. If you're going to vote, if you're going to march and you're going to say something, make sure you mention that hey, every voice out here is a vote. Every voice out here is not pleased with what you're doing. We will vote against you. We will put somebody in office, or we will put somebody up that will run against you, and we will get behind this individual, even financially, because it takes a lot of finances to be able to run a nice, successful campaign. But that's what these organizations must do. It's not just be a voice that's heard, but actually get out there and play the game. Be all that you can be in these times. And don't feel as if like you can't do it. You can do it. It doesn't take a lot of time. It really, really doesn't. It just takes some time. It takes some dedication, but you can make that thing happen. All right. So here's another lighthearted thing. I don't know if you guys saw the Lincoln City public comment. My brother sent this to me last night, and I watched it. It was funny. It was hilarious. But I have another version. I have I think a more extended version. We're gonna play this thing in its entirety because it is absolutely bananas, cray to the Z, like absolutely crazy. All right, so we have here um, the Lincoln City Council, and this is kind of like where you have the public that can come forth and they can address the council with whatever questions or concerns that they may have. They have the floor. Normally, I believe it's like 2 minutes you get to have the floor, and then they take into consideration, you know, whatever it is, the matter at hand, how they should handle it, how they should address it. So this is democracy at work. Take a look at this and check it out.
Promise I won't take up too much of your time here. My name is Andrew Christensen. I live at 1212 Twin Ridge Road. Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into I'm talking about boneless chicken wings. I propose that we as a city remove the, excuse me, I'm trying to,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Sure.
come on. I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, Nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken. We would be disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two, boneless chicken wings are just chicken tenders, which are already boneless. I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club sandwiches. I don't ask for boneless auto repair. It's just what's expected. And then number three, we need to raise our children better. Our children are raised being afraid of having bones attached to their meat. That's where meat comes from. It grows on bones. We need to teach them that the wing of a chicken is from a chicken, and it's delicious. I propose that we rename boneless wings in the city of Lincoln. We can call them buffalo-style chicken tenders. We can call them wet tenders. We can call them saucy nugs or trash. We can take these steps and show the country that where we stand, and that we understand that we've been living a lie for far too long, and we know it because we feel it in our bones.
Thank you. Okay, hold it down. Please.
I would like to just comment here. For the record, that's my son.
Oh my gosh. Classic. Classic. I mean, just when you thought that the video could not get any more weirder, that it couldn't get any better, one of the councilmen had to inject and say that that is my son. And he said it like he was so proud. As a matter of fact, he said it because it's like I almost felt as if like that his son is like one to do like pranks and stuff. Like he did, and like he stayed in character. Like he was like, you know, I'm going to Dad. I'm gonna come and I have something important that I want to say, and I'm going to say it, and he did it with a straight face. Maybe it was a dare. I don't know. I would love to. Yes, saucy nugs. Like I feel as if like I need to go to a restaurant and say that. Like, yeah, can I have an order of your saucy nugs, please? They're probably looking at me like, what saucy nugs? Or what do you call them? Like wet strips or something like that. Saucy nugs to me, that's the name I would go with. Like, can I get some of your saucy nugs? It just makes sense. But he made some valid points, though. I mean, you think about that. Like boneless wings, like there's nothing about that boneless wing that comes from a wing at all. It's like it's a breast strip, a strip of meat from the breast of a chicken, and to call it boneless wings is an insult, and utterly it is a lie. He gets my vote. You know, we're talking about voting or stuff like that. Like that guy gets my vote. I mean, I hope he was joking, but he stayed in character. I mean, all the way up to the point to where when the people started laughing, he turned around and was just like, excuse me, let's see that part again. Let's see if I can find that part again, because that was great. That was great. The saucy nugs.
Country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine. I'm talking about boneless chicken wings. I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Sure.
come on. I propose...
That is absolutely hilarious. He was like, come on, guys, come on. I'm serious here. I'm serious. Like I have the floor, and I can say whatever it is that I wish to say at this moment. So please respect that. And I'm wondering, like, what would you guys use the floor to be able to talk about? I mean, if you could talk about anything that you wanted to for 2 minutes standing before the council, and I'm talking about anything, like even if it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't have to make sense, but just to have a little bit of fun, uh, wasting the people's time, so to speak. Hey, they're getting paid for it. They might as well listen to you rant a little bit. But this guy actually had a good argument. and was just dead. I mean, that dead dry humor. Like he was so on point with it. So, like, I want to hear from you. What would you take a moment to stand before the council and talk about? I mean, like for me, off the top of my head, if I was to have an argument, um, I don't know. I would say, like, that perhaps maybe we should declare at least one day a week to be able to wear our clothes backwards. I don't know, something as silly as that, But this to me takes the cake. I mean, like to be able to say that, I want to have our name, the name of Boneless Wings to be changed to Saucy Nugs. Like I just for that, I would be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna vote yes for that. And maybe to my surprise, it may just pass. That is absolutely hilarious. So what else do we have here? Yeah, pretty much keeping it lighthearted. I think that is super important with everything that has happened up to this week. Even it's important to keep our minds clear. We cannot afford to slip into further darkness within the darkness that's happening outwardly in the world. We have little control over those things. We have some control, but we have little control. But you have 100% control over what's going on inside, and we can't allow the darkness that's happening on the outside to get on the inside to the point to where not is it motivating us to bring about change, but it's tearing us down. I saw last week a lot of people putting up the hashtag, I'm tired. I'm tired. 2020 sucks. I'm tired. I can't take anymore. And that's because of so much that is happening in the world that is starting to seep in. And we have to be careful. We got to guard our hearts. We got to guard our minds. We got to guard our hearts. We got to guard all the gates, our ear gates, our eye gates. We have to have a proper balance and sometimes tear away from all the monotony, tear away from all of the craziness that's happening within this world. Because if you're not careful, you'll look up and you'll find yourself being very cynical. You find yourself not being as optimistic, but a true skeptic, a person who walks around and side eyes everybody, always feeling as if like there's a hidden agenda behind even some of the nicest gestures that you may come across. And the best ways to do that is by taking a moment just to break away. Some of my friends have taken breaks from Facebook. I have taken breaks from Facebook in a sense to where I may not spend that much time on Facebook, but I will may check it like at the end of the evening, at the end of the day, check it in the morning and then check it in the evening, and that's about it. I haven't gotten to that place where I feel like I can just be off Facebook for like a week. Some people are like, man, I've been on Facebook for years. My brother was one of them. He actually was off of Facebook for a whole year. And he was on there for just socializing. He wasn't on there for business. But for me, this is part of my business, part of my work, part of my labor that I enjoy. And I just can't see myself just saying, nah, I'm done with it. But you have to be able to take a moment to be able to breathe, still be informed, but don't fall victim to the darkness to where it just creeps completely in and it just consumes you, because the next thing you know, you look up and you could be in a depressed state, So, oh my gosh, look who we have here. Chris Gordy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I didn't know you were doing a live show.
Oh, you didn't?
No. You know what? I'll just leave you alone.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Because we got to have this conversation about your chicken wing guy.
Nice. Yes. You know, we do.
Yeah, we do.
And I want to put him on the poll to be elected for president.
Of
Quite
the United States
honestly,
of America.
what he says about chicken wings makes more sense than anything else that anybody has said. Hands down. Go ahead, somebody fight me on it. I'm
No,
gonna be right.
I mean, what you're saying is 100% facts. I mean, it's true that what he has said was great.
It was. I am hearing myself like a second after I say a word.
Say it again.
I can hear my voice on a second delay.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down then. All right, how's that?
I don't know. No, it's still there. Should I leave?
Hold on 1 second, guys. We're just trying to get this technical stuff happening in the background. Get this together. Getting it together here.
Sussy nugs. You're right. I see that.
All right, give me a hot second. Let me patch this in a different way here. Let's see, we're gonna patch this in here like this and like that.
You know, I'm glad you know all the technical things. You know what? Now I don't have the.
All right, is that better?
Well, let me find out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't, can you?
Hold on. All right, there we go.
All right.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
All right. Can everybody else hear me? I mean, that's the thing.
That is the important.
I know, right? I did the same thing. I went in, and here it is. Right? I had the same look. I just came in like 5 minutes ago. I had the same look.
That's what I was gonna say. Have I been booted and he told me y'all know how to reach me? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I thought, you could have texted.
I did.
And then live for 32 minutes?
Yes.
No. Really?
For the longest. Yes.
Wow.
I know he's been on this long.
Wow.
I've been holding this down. I've been holding this down.
I made a cup of coffee thinking, I'm going to go sit backstage for a while,
What?
Mm-hmm.
And there's comments and everything. Like, Bernard, are you going rogue? Have you Diana Ross and we're the rejected Supremes? What is happening?
No, I actually made a mistake with the time. And so what happened is that I did a stream before this, and then I just lost complete track of time. Next thing you know, I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, I thought it was 9 o'clock and it was 8.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
Well, there you go. I know, right? I know.
Okay.
You know what I like though, Shakina? I like that you referred to the two of us as the Supremes. I have never been compared to the Supremes before.
I'm just saying. I can't think of any other group that like they started as a group and then the person just went out. B2K. He's on Marianne. We're those other guys.
No. See, what happened is that it was all
you
an
see
accident.
that? Joshua says B is starting a new band. Look at that.
Yep. Yep.
Starting a new band.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I starting a new band?
He is. He is.
I don't know. I just came with my coffee, man.
I mean, I'm glad I'm ready because we usually have time backstage to kind of, kick it.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, hey, but let's do it like this. since we're talking about Supremes, this can be a Supreme show, like, Taco Supreme. You get your regular taco, then you have your Taco Supreme. We can
Isn't
really go
Taco
ahead.
Bell? Isn't Taco Bell getting rid of things on their menu items? Didn't I just hear that today?
Wait, first of all, I gotta address Sakina's face because right now she's giving me one of those looks.
She is. She's not
Where
giving
I'm
it to
like-
me.
I know
Man,
she's
I
not
am-
giving it to you.
I am free and clear today. I'm
Dude,
an innocent
I am
guy
not.
just taking my coffee.
Wow.
Really loudly.
Slurping away.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
I completely lost track of. I got my numbers confused.
Okay.
So the question is,
Yeah.
can you find it in your heart of hearts to forgive me? Like right now, though.
But let me see. Is there still is the sun gone down?
Yes, the sun has gone down, so you have no room.
Yeah.
Right. I was about to say, because the Bible says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. It's already down. So I think technically the offense just happened. So I have till sundown tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Oh. You know
the
what?
technicalities of that.
I
What?
have never run across that interpretation.
Hmm.
So technically, if somebody does me wrong, I have until the sun goes down. Now, what you're saying is the sun already went down.
Yes.
So I
it's
gotta
a-
wait till the sun goes down,
Mhm.
which would be tomorrow.
Yep.
Probably 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
7:30, 8 o'clock. So
Well, you know
really-
what?
So you've got like 23 to 23 and a half hours.
To just hold a bitter grudge,
Mhm.
just full on grudge.
Yeah.
No, I don't live like
Dang.
that. He did. Josh is not helping. Oh, he did a great job with the monologue. Great to know that you can have a great show without us. I feel wonderful.
I'd like to hear the monologue. Hey, you know what I should do? I should go over to YouTube. Let me just back out of here. I'll go over to YouTube and watch his monologue real quick, and then I'll come back in.
I was looking for you guys too. Listen, what happened was, like I said, I got my times mixed up, and I looked at the countdown because it was like, oh, you got 10 minutes left because I set the time wrong. I set the time wrong yesterday. No, today when I set it up, instead of it being 9 o'clock, I set it for 8 o'clock. Like I rushed and made that mistake.
So you know I'm going over to the show.
Here's the interesting part about that, because the error is human, whatever, right? But when you noticed that you were on the live without us, you continued on the live. So that's
No,
just
but
weird.
see, no. No, go and check the messages, because I even posted the link in there like twice, because I was like, I'm thinking to myself, like, where are they? And even in my monologue, I was like, I guess they'll be coming in anytime soon, or
Make
I
us
truly-
You know what? While you're talking, I mean, I know it looks like I'm kind of spacing out on front of the camera. That's because I am to you guys, because I'm actually watching his monologue on another screen. So it says Shakita Christopher. He's like, well, we're gonna get the show started here in a bit. Okay, there's some dead air. More dead air. He hasn't
Oh
said
my
anything else
gosh.
yet. There's some more dead air. Wait a second. Oh, there he is. I am Bernard Fields. Thank you for tuning in. As you guys can see, he says, I am here all alone. Wait a minute. Until the rest of the crew show up.
These bums didn't show up, no notice or nothing. They just who cares?
I'm glad everything is okay.
Oh.
No, because I literally thought to myself, I said, something must be going wrong.
I am inclined to believe him, because I just watched on the video that he said, well, I guess I'm going to do it alone until everybody else shows up. So I think he honestly thought he was starting on time.
Okay.
Which now he's only got 20 minutes left in his program.
I do. I only have 20 minutes left, and then I'm gone. and then you guys are gonna just go ahead,
You're
and
so
do another
You're
version.
so not, because he's the only person that controls all of the stuff. He's the Ike Turner of the show, so he can't leave.
Well,
If he leaves,
You know what?
you don't have to leave.
Do you know what's going to happen at 9 o'clock?
what?
Yeah, that's right. The yellow screen of death is going to happen right at 9
Yeah.
o'clock. And we're going to be, we're like going to finally be talking about something. And I'm going to be like, Shekinah, you're right. And what I think is, hey, wait a minute.
Yep.
What the heck?
Josh
Right.
said. Josh said that you're fact checking live. That is so funny. Yes, he went to the receipts. Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yes,
I
he
fact
did.
checked him live on the air, Josh. I did.
Oh my
I
god.
did.
Yeah,
I fact checked him.
we do that.
Actually, you know what? If anybody's watching, is anybody watching us over on YouTube? Let me go see.
We might have somebody watching. I mean, it says we have 3 viewers.
Yeah, over there
They're like,
we
what
have.
in the crap show, right? This is funny.
What in the
gonna
crap
go
show?
down- Yes, this is gonna go down in history as the most funny episode of the Slanted Brown. I promise.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
literally, I was a deer in headlights. Like,
You,
And I was
you're
looking.
not- like, I was the same way. I was like in the middle. I clicked. It's a good thing I set up the camera and everything beforehand, because it's like I clicked join, and I'm like in the middle of taking a sip of coffee, and he's on there, and I'm like,
here's what else is I'm very relieved about, right? Like, it's just like it's almost like a Zoom meeting, right? Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, have a meeting.
Right.
I only have to be decent from like this part up. I'm glad everybody was fully dressed.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because usually backstage I am never dressed,
Like,
right?
you know what I'm saying? Or, I only got to be presentable from here to here. I'm just,
Yeah.
it just
Right,
changed
true.
everything.
Nobody ever knows if we're wearing pants.
I'm just saying. And technically, we don't have to. You know?
Don't have to.
All right. Pants
don't
off.
check.
No, just
You know
kidding.
what?
Don't check.
No, we should take a vote. Who thinks we're wearing pants?
Don't do that. Because then they'll be like, well, stand up and prove it.
Oh my gosh, that would be a horrible segment called the pants off segment, and have the people vote, and then whoever votes gets the most votes. They got to stand up, and then be like, if it's the wrong person, then oh well.
Ooh, that would be
Oh.
funny. We should do that one day.
Oh.
Now everybody will be dressed on purpose, except Chris and Bernard. They would wear underwear only on the bottom on purpose, just to be
I'll have my boxers on. Yeah.
Yeah.
like the raggedy ones too, like the ones you wash in. Yup, just tattered. Just tattered.
There's barely a band on the waist
Yep.
anymore. I mean,
Gotta
they're
hold
even
it.
barely. I mean, they're just
Yep.
barely there. Why don't I throw them away? Oh my
There's
God,
nothing.
man! But I just don't.
They
They're
seen
my
their day, they
favorite
seen their
ones.
time.
That is so funny. Well, at least we're out here now, and we cleared it up, and we know what it is. We
I
haven't
know what it
broken-
is.
everything's great. We'll be confirming that backstage, but no, as of right now, in front of everyone, everything's great. So, are we gonna do
Yeah.
what's
In front of everyone.
I feel
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well. How about this? How about we go ahead and just pretend as if we're not live, and just do our whole, behind the stage setup.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
We
people
can do
kind
that. Okay.
and then people can get to
no,
watch.
no,
And this is
wouldn't
kind of
you
like
do that?
what they don't see, huh?
Should I go get a cigarette and a beer then?
no,
Yeah, sure. Go
You
right
know?
ahead.
Yeah.
no, that's not what we do backstage. Don't do that. Well, if we were going to really do what we do backstage, I would not be in the frame yet because I'm always doing last minute stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm coming, guys. I can hear you. I'm here.
Oh,
No.
I would be like this with my eyes staring up because I'm adjusting my camera. Oh, okay. Let me adjust my camera here. I can do
Yeah.
this. Okay. Let me see here.
Josh
No.
said,
No.
Josh said,
No.
optional edition. Oh my gosh, no.
Gotta. Do I need
I'll have
a
my cell out there for a real quick.
description?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, no.
Pants
that's
optional
too much.
edition
Too
of Slater
much.
Brown Supremes.
If we did that, somebody would have to join in.
Okay, no, not that.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm trying to adjust my camera. I'm getting ready for the show. Getting ready
Yeah.
for the show.
I wouldn't be in the frame.
All right.
Ooh, he's mad.
All right, I'm ready.
Chris.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I messed up the camera. Just a second. No, don't go live yet. Don't go live yet. This is embarrassing.
Right. Wait a minute. I'll be.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Here.
Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's better.
That's the look. There we go.
Okay. All right. I brushed my teeth. Yep, we're good. Okay.
Oh, I gotta get my drink. I got
2, 1. You missed the countdown, Bernard.
Good
hold
God,
on.
man.
Before we do the countdown, this is what we normally do, folks. Is that we put this up, bam, like that.
Yeah, we do. We do.
And
Man,
then
it hasn't
and then we
even
talk.
it hasn't even gotten to 9 o'clock, and I got the screen of death.
I know, right? Get out of here. No one cares what you have to say. You bum.
No, this is the starting soon. This is the
Oh,
starting
okay.
soon.
All
We're
right.
actually
Okay.
starting early.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We're starting soon.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I thought it was
yeah.
over.
Yeah. Well, we're about to start a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So the countdown.
I sure am excited to start this show.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I can't wait either.
This show is
Maybe
so
Josh is
awesome.
doing it.
Hi, everybody.
Here we are.
Hi.
Hey.
Bernard played
Hey,
with
everybody.
his camera settings too.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
Well, here we
Sounds
are. I'm Chris.
I'm Bernard.
Shekinah Renee.
I was gonna say Shekinah say something.
And
See me nudge her. Hey.
right.
Oh, wrong way.
Wrong way.
Oh, come on. Say something.
This is like, you know what? This podcast, this episode is much like 2020. Unpredictable, out of pocket, and no order at all.
No,
None.
there's absolutely no order to this show. I have no idea why you would watch it, but thank you to those who are. You're hanging in there, and we love you for it. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
hanging in there with us. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Josh says hi, guys. Hey, hi, Josh.
Josh is
Looks
here?
like Josh is watching our show tonight. That's
Nice
great.
meeting you, Josh.
Thanks for being here.
Hope you chime in.
Hope you do. Hey,
Yeah.
and to everybody watching us on YouTube, which apparently a second ago it was one, if you could just
Skip ahead.
If you could just click like and subscribe.
We promise
down
it'll be
there.
better next time. We promise.
You know what? Now I have to go over to the YouTube channel to make sure I was right. I was right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's right. It's right here. Right in there.
In that area.
I did
Yeah,
it right
nice.
this time.
You know what, Joshua? These are the deleted scenes. This is
Yep.
the director's cut.
Yep.
In real time,
Planet
though.
Brown
In real time.
in real time.
Because we
But,
don't.
but without the voiceover doing something like, that night I was feeling pretty good about this show. You can really tell it on our faces. Without that commentary, going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, what's been good?
Do what?
Who's going first? Chris.
You can.
Ladies
you want me
first.
to go first? Yeah, ladies first.
So anyway, what's been good? So there's a lot that's been good.
Good.
Where do I start? Oh, so my online store is ready. I got some final touches that need to be, put on it, and then I'm gonna be pushing it. But my online store is ready. Shout out to
Cool.
Ray Brown. He's great.
Nice.
Thank you, Ray Brown.
There's something else that was good, and I can't remember because the intro of the show totally threw me off. So, Chris, go. That's what's been good. My online store is ready. Oh, I remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I started a YouTube page. I was talking to somebody and they were like, you have to get on YouTube like that. You can't just basically get on whatever platforms are available to help you, move forward and position yourself, do that. So I've been working on that. I'm just about ready to launch it. It's some more content and stuff that I want to put on there because I don't want it to be the same. I want to just offer like something different. I don't want them to be like, I was just on your IG and saw the same thing. So I want to add some, some different stuff and,
Cool.
just different content and stuff. So I've been working on that stuff. So that's what's been good with me. Business is good.
Cool.
That's great.
Thank you.
Well,
right, what
my
about-
good thing is more or less work related. So, I work for a park district, not in Hamilton County, but I work for a park district. And the things that we're going to be struggling with, we have struggled with in the summer, and we're going to be struggling with in the fall, is how to reach out to people, because not a whole lot of people are coming out to our historic site. And people are hiking and stuff but we can't offer any programs because all the programs are 10 people or over, and you can't do that. So how can we offer them? So Bernard, I know, today I was talking with you about cameras and the like. And what I was excited about today is we're really going to start doing educational videos for teachers to access with their schools, because the schools aren't going to be doing any field trips. So the one thing we thought of was, well, how can we bring the field trips to the schools instead of, like the old trunk methods, all the hands-on stuff. We're like, no. So we're doing this. We're on Padlet now. We're on Flipgrid now. And I was given access to start using Adobe Premiere Pro for editing. And I edited a video this week, so I was pretty happy with that.
Cool.
So we have some exciting things at our park district.
Nice.
And that made me kind of happy to think that, well, at least we can get out to the students this way. This is something we can do.
Mm-hmm. Found a solution.
That's pretty
I
good.
love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bernard,
So for myself, I found some new music to listen to. I've been on a real serious 1980s retro kick. So I've been listening to an artist that's called Time Cop 1983. Another artist that's called FM 84, I think it's called, I think it's called FM 84. But they have really like perfected the sound of the 80s with like the synth and like the big ballads and stuff like that. So I've just been doing a lot of like, and this is like newer music too, but it's like if you listen to it, you would almost ask yourself the question, like, how did I miss this song? Like, this is a hit. And it's like, oh no, they just made this like last year, so it's really authentic.
Okay.
I love that. I just love that 80s synth sound.
That's actually getting popular again, isn't it? It's like I've been noticing people on all kinds of social media, dropping videos of actual 80s bands, or like you listening to bands that kind of have that same vibe. Is what's old is new again.
Right. Which is kind of weird to me because it's like, if you think of it within years and decades, we're talking about reaching back like 35 years and people are loving that sound. And I don't think we've ever really experienced that before, because I don't ever, of course, don't recall, but in the 70s, that's like them reaching back to the 1940s saying, I love that sound, but that was the era of disco, the era of funk, the era of all that stuff. And during that time, you just didn't hear people reaching back. Like, that was the era of time and people listened to that type of music. So like, that is weird to me. It's like, it's the oldies. Like, the oldies are not the oldies anymore. Like, the 60s are not the oldies. Like, that's like the ancients.
Oh yeah, I remember classic rock stations used to play 60s music all the time, and now you listen to a classic rock station, they're playing like late 80s, or mid 80s and stuff like that. I'm like, all right,
that wasn't the right.
Makes me feel like a classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old and outdated is how I wind up feeling.
No,
if I think about it too long.
Better with time. No, just
That's
get
right.
better with time.
Things get better with age. We're like wine, a fine wine.
As you grab your back after you try to get up the video. No.
As I
Yes.
as I straighten my back. Ugh,
What's in the cup, no?
ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's in the red cup here?
Mm-hmm. I feel like you was
Um,
toasting.
Yeah, the last time I saw a solo cup is because I was at a party. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there may have been
oh yeah.
a drink in it.
At least there's nothing with fingers. You can drink something.
No.
That's why he thought it was 9 o'clock. He's been drinking
That's
again.
why. Bernard.
Oh,
been drinking-
man.
I've been drinking that water. I've been
Bernard.
drinking that water,
Okay.
y'all.
Come on,
Just
buddy.
because
Not
you
before
feel
the
it, you need
show.
water.
Let's not get wired
Just
before the
because-
show, man.
That's so.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
actually- Chris, good job. That was perfect. Stop drinking,
Thank you.
Bernard. Before the show.
I'll try. I'll try to stop drinking.
There you
Um,
go.
I won't make any promises though. But let's talk
No,
about
we-
something that will cause you to drink though. Let's talk about this whole thing of going out and voting. Not to get political, not talking about sides, but we're just talking about having your voice to be heard.
Okay.
And the importance of it. So, Chris, I know that you are the historian, that you are like politically literate. So, kind of talk to us a little bit about.
And we're
About
I sure am. Okay, so I'm sorry. So what did you want me to say?
I want you to talk more about the like the voting process, because some people feel like that their voices are not heard or that their vote doesn't count. And I just kind of want to just encourage people to get out there and vote. I don't care if they're voting for the right, left, or middle. Just get out there and get your vote on.
It does. Your vote does count. So I know that. Well, here's how it works. So every candidate has so many electorates. This is you probably hear the electoral college, that those words bannered about a lot. Well, what it is each candidate in every state has so many electorates that can go in, and you're basically voting for that electorate to go in and say, this precinct votes in favor of, this county votes in favor of, collectively this state votes in favor of. So every time you vote for your candidate, you're giving a yes to that electorate to go ahead and push forward, and if that electorate gets the most votes in your area, then that electorate gets to go and push yes on your candidate. And I mean, so the more people you have voting, the more likely it is that they're going to be able to do that and do their job. Now, originally, this was set up this way because states that have a smaller population, I mean, if you go with the absolute popular vote, it was felt early on that states with a smaller population are going to be given the bum steer of this whole thing. Because let's compare it to Ohio. Let's say Ohio decided to go all blue. Well, Rhode Island is all red, but Rhode Island thinks that that's kind of a bum steer. So what if we actually now say, okay, so your state can have so many electorates and the ratio is to the population, but it doesn't really give anybody that has a vast population any more of a say than a state that doesn't.
That makes all the sense in the world to me. Like, you should have been my high school historian. because
Well, there you go.
because when I was in high school, man, I'm telling you, man, I just did not get government. I didn't get history that well because it just didn't click to me, sadly.
But now to back up, you can still win and not have the popular vote. You know what I'm saying? Because the states that had the electoral college to get through there had more electoral college in that state than you did. You know what I mean? So they were able to get it. So there is a way that you can do it. It's what happened the last time. Actually, Here's an interesting tidbit. I believe it was the first time that Abraham Lincoln won the presidency. He did not get the popular vote. So it happens occasionally, just as it did this last time. And I know it really made a lot of people mad this last time, and I get it. It did me too. And a lot of people think that the Electoral College is outdated. Yeah, it probably is. There's some pros in getting rid of it at this point, and in the present day. But yeah, so just to back up a little bit, there is a way that you can get that popular vote that you think, oh well, then everybody voted for those electors. No, because not enough electorates were voted for to get him. So that can happen. That's why it's so crucial for these candidates to hit the states that they need to hit. The states that have the most electoral colleges, that's the states they need to hit. Ohio, we have a lot. Wisconsin has a fair amount. Pennsylvania has a fair amount. If you can get into those states because they have more electoral colleges, and if you can sway those states, then those electoral colleges that were for Trump, Biden, if you can do that, if you can sway, then you got it made. But if you play your cards like Hillary did the last time and just kind of ignore those main states and hit all the other states, you will get the majority vote, but you won't get the electoral college, and you will not be elected our 45th president.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how does
So-
that
I
make you
think
feel?
that
I'm
aspect
sure that
of it
was really,
is like
I'm sure that was really sobering for everybody. I'm really sorry about that.
I know, right? It counts, but it kind of might not.
Yeah. So your vote
Can you guys
counts.
hear
You
me?
got to get out
I
and
feel
vote.
like
You're cutting in and out a
can
little
you guys
bit.
hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting
Okay,
in and
I
out.
thought so. I'll just sit here.
Oh, we got somebody.
We
so,
have
so we have
somebody?
Voice of Truth. Yeah, Voice of Truth wants to get on here and join the conversation. So let's welcome Voice of Truth.
Hello, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Oh, we're good.
Oh, nice. That's
Nice.
wonderful. So,
All right, so Voice of Truth. Speaking about the go out and vote, like what are your thoughts on that?
oh well, I'm not a citizen of the United States, but I know where my vote would be
Okay.
if
All
I
right.
were. Sorry.
And where would your vote? Where would your vote be?
I would vote for Trump
Okay. Why is that?
because I'm a conservative.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
A conservative of where?
Well, I actually live in Canada at the moment, so I'm not really, not in a position where conservatism actually is a thing, or conservative party is liberal.
Okay.
Nice.
What
So
are your guys' opinion concerning that?
Well,
Here.
I am not going to vote for Trump. I am going to vote for Biden.
Okay. All right.
That's me.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
You
no,
have the right to
in
vote.
which right, exactly. I think that's the most important thing is that that people are able to vote according to their liking, their conscience. But let me ask you this question: is it more of the political views that that Trump has, or the things that he has done that draw you to him? Like what are some of the positives? Because I hear a lot of people talk about the negative stuff, and I myself, I get tired of hearing it. I like to hear like, well, what has he done that is good? Because it can't be all bad.
Well, of course, as I said, I'm not really a citizen of the United States, but as far as I heard about the how the First and Second Amendment works, I do feel a little more confident in protection of both of those things from Trump's party. So, and
Okay, wait.
Yes.
So you think that the Democrats want to get rid of the First and Second Amendments? So I mean, and let me just say this: you actually can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's people are always saying they're trying to get rid of like the Second. I mean, you actually can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never understood that. That's almost like when people say Antifa is an organization. Like, I'm sorry, what? But yeah, so you can't actually get rid of those amendments. But what you're saying is that you think you would feel more safe with a conservative because you think the Democrats would try to get rid of those amendments?
No, ensuring the protection of those rights. That's what I'm all about. I'm not saying they will try to get rid of it, but as a citizen of Canada, I do understand that I do understand that in living in a country that's much more socialist and sorry about that than the current United States at the moment. I understand that it could be, it is easy to not necessarily get rid of something, but not get rid by saying, by deleting the amendments. I don't think that they're going to delete the amendments. I have never suggested anything like that, or remove them.
Right.
But
I think
the protection of those rights.
So let me ask you this question: Do you feel that the protection of rights is deemed higher than the actual protection of lives that it affects?
Yes, lives matter. Lives do matter. Yeah.
Like for example, to be more specific, I myself have a problem with the Second Amendment. Because I think that it's dicey. Like, it served its purpose when it was first initiated, when it was first written. It had a stronger purpose for its time, but now it's like that is trying to take old and fit it into something new, and it's just not working to where it could work. It could work better. I'll say that. Like, I think that there should be amendments to the Second Amendment. It should be reworked. But I think that because of the Second Amendment, we have a lot of the problems that we see happening in America today when it comes to the gun violence. It's just strange to me that we have the highest percentage of gun violence in the world. Like, we're number one.
Yeah, I know that living in Canada, I see that there's a different impact on gun has. I mean, we have a very low criminality in Canada, if you're aware of it. So I'm sure it has something to do with gun violence.
So why do you think that is? I mean, like.
I don't think that's only guns. That's the issue. I don't think.
Okay, so what else do you think is the issue?
Creating crimes. I mean, there are people behind those guns. There is criminality for other much more complex reasons than just guns itself. They don't start shooting people.
That's true.
So you're saying guns aren't killing the people, people are killing people, right? I mean, in a roundabout way, that's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, with guns.
Yeah.
Or you can kill with other various things, but I don't think they would use a plastic fork, for example.
So why do you think? Well, you can actually. You could.
Yeah, you can. But
yeah, you absolutely can. 100%. Now,
but it's not as effective.
But now in Canada, so why is it in Canada that your crime rate is lower then?
Well,
because you guys don't like to shoot each other, and we do.
No, I think that probably has something to do with gang crimes and stuff like that. I'm not really that much knowledgeable on the issues of crime rates and things like that. Definitely, probably less knowledgeable than you guys. But I understand that it seems more complex than the issue of of the object itself as being responsible entirely for the crimes that are being committed. I look at the riots and things that happened recently in the United States, and I would be awfully glad to have guns to protect me from things that would dramatically alter my life and the lives of people I know and love. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough, and I'm really glad that you shared that perspective on the protection of the Second Amendment right. So, do you feel that the Democrats are after the First Amendment right as well?
Well, it's difficult because the speech that I'm used to might not necessarily be the same that you guys are proponents of. So I would like to hear your thoughts on the First Amendment.
On free speech,
Yep.
we're exercising it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
But what is the limit of free speech concerning that you would allow for?
What do you mean? What is a limit?
But for example,
like how can you limit freedom? Like,
yeah, for example, someone who is, let's say, someone who's a Christian who refused to address to a person who identifies himself as the other gender because of religion. Would you see that as a breach of free speech? You think that it should be classified as hate speech? You think that person should be jailed?
Well, there is hate speech, isn't there? So there is a hate speech. Free speech means that you can say those things if you want to. Now, here's the other thing. I can say those things. Anybody can say those things. What you have to be willing to do then is you also have to be willing to take the repercussions. Now, you mentioned jail time. You're not going to get any jail time if you exercise your free speech like that, because you're not physically hurting anyone. Now, when you start physically hurting someone, now you're going to go to jail. But if you're just using your words, you're not going to go to jail. You shouldn't go to jail because you're using your words. You're not hurting anything. You're not destroying anything. You should be able to use your free speech. It's when you use your actions behind your speech, that's what's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, and I will say that it reminds me of what someone had said before, which I don't know how much truth there is to it, but they spoke about Hitler and the power of your speech. That they were saying that Hitler possibly didn't even lift up a gun to kill a single Jew. He didn't have to, but because of his speech, he was able to get a rallying cry that was able to get a bunch of people that got behind his speech and his ideology to go out and to create these heinous acts. And let's say a watered down version of what we kind of see happening is that in this country, we see leadership that go out and speak against certain groups of people, and the retaliation is carried out. It may not be the leader that is actually making things happen by firsthand, but it's like secondhand criminal activity is happening based off of free speech.
So don't you see that there's a difference between death threats, for example, and free speech?
There's a difference between what?
Death threats, for example. Death threats is it's a crime.
Yes, because you're actually threatening.
Yeah, that's right. So it's
Right.
not free speech. We're not talking about free speech when we're talking about that.
So you think that people should be able to threaten other people?
Not at all. That's quite the opposite of what I said. I said free
Okay.
speech. That's not free speech when we're talking about death threat. That's
Okay.
that's criminally
You
charged.
probably are not aware of this, but if I went to the cops right now and said that somebody threatened me, the cops aren't going to do anything about it. You didn't know that, did you? They
I
can't
don't
do anything until the person actually takes action. Remember earlier when I said that when you start hurting people, that's when you get in jail? So people can threaten somebody else and you're not going to go to jail. The cops are not going to do anything until that person actually does something. And when that
Yeah.
person does something, usually it's too late because nobody
Yeah.
picked up on the signs to try to prevent anything or to get that person away from harm at the very least. And if they didn't, then shame on them. But they still can't do anything to the other person because nothing was actually done.
Would you be willing to state that regarding, for example, the 911 service? When you're calling 911, for example, and you're saying
Yes.
there's someone in my house
Yes.
looking to kill me, for example,
Yes.
would you state that the police will not go to that person's home to investigate?
So somebody has broken into your home. You are telling the person that they're not threatening you anymore. They've actually broken into your home.
Sorry? I didn't get the argument there.
The argument is that they're not threatening anymore. They're actually in the home. You're not telling the police, well, somebody threatened me. Nope. You're telling the police somebody has broken into my home. That is now breaking and entering. You may not have known that that was a law too. If I say somebody broke into my house, that's breaking and entering. That's not a threat.
Well, of course,
The
if you
threat
don't
is
have-
gone. They've done it.
Yeah, of course, if you don't have evidence of someone threatening you, you can't. I mean, I don't know how I can prove that I can. I don't know how I can state that someone had. I need to prove that someone had threatened me to death. I mean, if I just run around and say to the police, well, you know, there are some people threatening me to kill me, and I don't have any proof to that, they can investigate. But I mean, as far as they can go, if I just made it up, they can't do anything about it.
That is correct. That goes back to my early point. That's why the cops aren't going to do anything about it. They can't do anything until something happens, like calling 911. Somebody broke in my house. Now they can do something. Somebody broke in your house.
Yeah, but are you saying that if someone makes the statement, I think no, I'm pretty sure, I'm really confident in saying and thinking that a death threat is very much of a crime, and I don't think you necessarily need to have a recording in order to accuse someone of that.
All right.
What is
Yeah.
your backing for saying that it's not a crime, that it's that, you know,
Because it's not.
that the police will not do anything
Because it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
It's
tell you other than it's law here.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know what
pretty
to
much
tell you.
that's it. I mean, it's like that's like
Which
it's like
law
one of
are
those
you referring?
things.
What do you mean,
It's
which
the-
law is it? It's just law, man. You can't do anything until they do something.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, because again, this is where I feel that it's important to be able to get the right people in office and positions or whatever. That can be like the lawmakers and game changers. And it sounds as if like, you know, that maybe some of these things need to be revisited. But let me ask you this question, and then we're gonna move on. What are some of the, you know, what I'm really curious as to what are some of the good things that you have seen Trump do that would justify, or I should say, get your vote?
Well, as I said, the statements that he made concerning freedom of speech, and I personally see a difference between, as I said, death threats and freedom of speech. For example, I would not jail someone for refusing to bake a cake to a gay wedding, for example.
Could
Right.
you back up? What is it that he said about free speech that you like?
I have one of his, probably one of his videos. I need to go back to it, where he clearly affirmed free speech. Hold on just a little minute.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
You can find that if you want.
Yeah, just want to restate this. I'm looking at death threat at the moment, and it seems like this is still considered a crime, even if it's made anonymously. And there is requirement for investigation. So I'm not sure where you got your information from, but
So it is. If somebody threatens a death, the police aren't going to do anything about it, sir. I really don't know what else to.
That's your
I don't
statement.
know what else to tell you about that. But if I went to the cops right now, they still wouldn't do anything about it. I just don't know what else to tell you.
Well, that's your statements, but I'm looking more into death, and
I'm kind of done.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that, but you know, you need to have evidence to back up something. Just
Oh.
trying to say that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Voice of Truth. Continue to keep watching. Do us a favor and like this video, share this video,
Yes,
and then
I will.
continue to keep tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Because, like myself, I like to hear both sides of the table because it helps me to be able to understand the culture that I am in and around. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in and continue to keep watching.
Yeah, I will, and I appreciate you for inviting me in, even if you guys disagree with me, and I disagree with you. I still appreciate you, and I'm really glad to be there with
Much
you.
respect, man. All right. All right, cool. So that was the truth, word of truth. So thank you very much. And also, people, as you can see, it's just as easy as that. If you just click the link, I'll go ahead, I'll post it again. You can also join in the conversation. You don't have to worry about being on camera. Some people are camera shy, but as long as you're able to share your opinion, we cherish it and we value it. So thank you once again for chiming in. So let's see, moving on. I'm gonna play this video here.
Okay.
That
Oh, is this the
Chris,
guy with the wings?
yes,
Yes.
because we had to talk about this guy. This guy right here had a lot to say, folks, and I think you're gonna be kind of amused at his statement, opening statement, and his argument. He has some points.
I won't take up too much of your time here. My name is Andrew Christensen. I live at 1212 Twin Ridge Road. Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine. I'm talking about boneless chicken wings.
Yes, you are, sir.
I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Excuse me, come on. I propose that we as a city remove
Don't interrupt
the
the
name
man.
boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken.
That is
We would be
correct.
disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two,
See?
boneless chicken wings are just chicken tenders, which are already boneless. I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club sandwiches. I don't ask for boneless auto repair. It's just what's expected.
I am now going to be
And
ordering
number three,
boneless
We need
tacos.
to raise our children better.
And
Our
boneless
children are
auto
raised being
repair.
afraid of having
Yes.
bones attached to their meat. That's where meat comes from. It grows on bones. We need to teach them that the wing
You're
of a
correct,
chicken
sir.
is from a chicken, and it's delicious. I propose that we rename boneless wings in the city of Lincoln. We can call them buffalo-style chicken tenders.
Chicken
We can
tenders?
call them wet tenders.
Wet
we
tenders?
can call them saucy nugs or trash.
I kind
We
of
can
like
take
saucy
these
nugs.
steps and show the country that where we stand, and that we understand that we've been living a lie for far too long.
Amen,
And we
brother.
know it because we feel it in our bones.
I love that man.
Okay, hold it down, please.
Thank you.
I would like to just
Thank
comment
you.
He gets my vote.
for the
He
record,
does.
that's
And you
my
know
son.
what? He should be running for president. That guy, he has made more sense than anyone I have ran across so far. I mean, he's right. Chicken
Saucy
wings.
nugs.
Yeah, boneless chicken wings are nothing but
Wow.
barbecue chicken nuggets.
Wow.
I like nugs.
Yeah.
I like
If I was to
saucy
vote,
nugs.
I would go with saucy nugs too. Saucy nugs is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going to stay at for the rest of my life. I'm going to just say, hey, can I get an order of your saucy nugs
Saucy
here?
nugs.
That's disgusting. That just doesn't sound right.
And then when they go, I'm sorry, saucy nugs, you can go, they're your chicken nuggets. Right?
But with sauce on them.
Oh wow.
And they're going to say, do you mean our boneless wings? And I'm going to be like, no, because they're not wings.
They're not wings. They're made of chicken breast meat.
Oh my gosh.
And they're not made of it. You know what? Josh is right. I should get a sign in my yard that says chicken nugs
Sausage nugs for president.
for president. Yeah. You know what? I'm putting my vote squarely on the nugs.
Oh, that just sounds so
Squarely.
like enough of
On
just
the
like
nugs.
creepy. That's enough.
Nugs forever.
Saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs. Okay.
4 years of nugs.
Oh my gosh.
4 years
Free
of
nugs for everyone.
We were so passionate about it, and it's like this is what COVID does to people. It gives them all this free extra time to think about things that really don't matter. Who cares?
I
No,
know.
but you know what though? The beautiful thing about it was that his father was so proud to be like, "Yeah, that's my son.
I know. Everybody, that's my son.
Darn.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
That's my boy."
He
You know
knows
what?
his
He's
chicken wings.
loyal. He's loyal. I mean,
Yeah.
what can you say? Oh my God.
Oh,
Nugs for the dub.
nugs.
Nugs
Ah.
for W.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
So-
went viral. That video went
that
viral.
did.
I'm sure it did.
Oh yeah.
That,
I've heard
did.
about it from just about every other news source on that one.
Oh my gosh. Just so compelling.
Yeah.
Oh, my him and his chicken.
Oh,
Yep. So that's what we're doing, folks. We're just keeping everything lighthearted. You know, we had a deep conversation with the truth guy, in which some people may have felt as if like it was getting a little too dark. That's okay because we are in those type of times. But I had mentioned before when I made my mistake and I was talking about you know, dark times without my lovely workers here, co-host workers. What do you guys consider
I think we're all
ourselves, each other?
co-hosts. Yeah, I think
I-
we're all-
Co-host because I'm a co-host too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
we're
I
all-
was so
we're all-
alone.
Were you?
I was so alone. Yes, man, I was so
Was there
alone. I was
tears?
trying to hold it down. Hey, listen, I kind of got worried. Like the longer it went, I was like, why aren't they on here? Like I sent a message in the messenger and with no response. But
Wait a minute.
alas, we are here.
Is that why you sent it twice?
Yes.
I wondered why you sent it twice because I saw it come across again, and I'm sitting there watching TV, looking at my phone, going, "I wonder why you sent that twice." I already got it the first time. I'm just gonna mosey on over and make myself some coffee, do some dishes.
That was on me. That
I
was
did do
on
some
me.
dishes.
This whole
yeah.
episode is like the Twilight Zone. I swear, like the entire
No,
episode.
this
I'm just like I don't
this whole
even
episode
know.
is 2020.
No, and it's so strange just because like I don't even know how to feel at this moment. Like I don't like what has happened on this entire episode. Like I'm here.
We're here.
This is
We're here.
oh my god.
I got you though. I got you. I won't let you fall too far. Too far.
Okay.
Too far.
Oh, I'm so like, oh my god. Don't let me fall at all. This, yeah. Okay.
He said the nuggets don't fall far from the tree.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly. COVID. Oh my God.
Woo! Good gracious. Oh my god.
Listen.
I see what
well.
you did there, Josh.
Yes. A little dark, but I like the
is.
humor.
It is.
I like the humor.
All right. I hate to say it, but our show has actually gone on for almost an hour and a half now.
Yeah. Technically,
It
yeah.
actually has, technically.
Technically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, Shakina. It actually has. It has gone on for an hour and a half now. Well, you and I came in late, but we didn't know.
And I didn't know either. I mean, again, I can't apologize enough. Oh my God.
No, it's not even, like That's the least of like my concern at this point. This whole show, what? Like, no, no. And I've been chatting with you all. You know how I feel, and you know why. No. Mm-mm.
You say you ain't feeling
No.
it.
No.
Well, let me ask you guys this question now that you are here.
All right.
If you had a chance to stand before your city council to put out a plea, what would it be for? Anything.
My city council. Well, unfortunately, I don't live in an incorporated side of town. So I live in a very unincorporated area. So I guess I'd have to go to the one next door. I guess if I went to the one next door, I guess if I could propose anything to the city council, and I'm not gonna name names for the town, but if I had to, I would probably go there and ask why we can't get more really cool businesses in there.
Oh.
I'd be an advocate for more business, but for more like consumer business. I know that people push for industry and headquarters type stuff, and yep, that brings in the dollars. But especially in this day and age too, though, service industry, even during COVID times, brings in a lot of revenue dollars. So I would probably push for that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Again, I know is probably really fascinating stuff.
I mean, you could always open up like a Saucy Nugs restaurant or a Saucy Nugs store that sells like Saucy Nugs stuff in the front of the store, then Saucy Nugs stuff in the back where the restaurant is. So it's like Cracker Barrel, but it's like instead of Cracker Barrel, it'd be like Saucy Nugs.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to remember what the other nicknames he had for them were.
Like wet. What was it called? Wet wings or something like that?
Wet wings.
No, not it wasn't wet wings because he said he doesn't like the wings. What was it called?
No.
Wet something.
Yeah. Ooh. I hope it wasn't wet nugs.
It just
nah.
I'm glad I'm a vegetarian. I don't care.
You ain't no vegetarian. Saucy Nugs. So yeah, I think Saucy Nugs would definitely be like.
No.
You.
Wet tenders. So, that is so gross.
Wet tenders. Yeah, can I have some of your wet tenders, please?
A wet tender?
That's not
that sounds so nasty, like the other tender. Like, yeah, can I get a wet tender?
I told you, y'all about to be for that. If somebody said what type of wet tenders do you want? I bet you everybody go, I'm vegetarian today. I'm vegan. Nothing. I'll pass on the wet tenders. That's
oh my gosh.
That's gross.
Soggy tenders.
Yeah. Nope.
I like to.
That's disgusting.
I would like to get. I would like to get. Yeah, it is nasty. It's kind of sick. It's kind of sick.
Soggy tenders.
I told you.
I didn't use the word moist, at least.
Oh, snap! Look who just joined us.
Oh, it's Joshua.
Can you guys hear me?
Woo,
yes. Josh, yes. I feel like I'm freaking out. I'm watching the star here.
No. I'm a super fan, as you can tell.
You are a super fan.
Trying to keep you guys on track. Bernard's, that's my favorite part. I got to give him some, brotherly love. That's what I do. So.
Oh yeah, that's my brother from another mother.
Yeah. He was on, man, monologuing. It was great. It was like watching Black Jimmy Fallon doing his monologue. But I think it also made me feel like a prophet watching it again with you guys, because it was like I knew what was coming. And yeah, anyway, I just wanted to jump in, tell you guys. Hey, I just want to say real quick, a serious note, is just echo what Bernard was talking about, and you guys just to go out and vote. I want to be respect that message and hope you guys get that across too. Your voice counts. Your vote matters. And then just thank you guys for putting on such a great show. I love tuning in, watching you. But yeah, awesome content. Love what you guys do and what you talk about. And really, for me, I mean, this is a little selfish on my part. I know, taking up time now on the air, but
No, that's all good.
We really weren't talking about anything, so you're fine.
You know, it's a refreshing, encouragement, breath of fresh air to be silly. I think silliness, man, is so underrated, especially right now. There's so much seriousness.
It is, yeah.
I needed it, so
right.
thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks for the laughs.
No, you should really thank the man in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes.
You need to thank.
Yeah. So I almost kind of felt, I kind of felt that that perhaps, like, what's the backstory to that led up to that? Because I feel that maybe that was like a dare, or maybe that his son was like, I'm going to get you back, Dad. And this was that moment where he was like, you can't stop me from talking because I have the floor. I have the power to say whatever it is that I want to say. And his dad was just like, you know what? I'm not going to let you get the upper hand. I'm going to just say that, yes, that's my son.
I love that.
I don't know.
I hadn't seen it before, so thanks for sharing that.
And I think he could run for president. I think he's got a chance. You know, quite honestly, whether they're wings or saucy nugs, they give people more joy than any politician I know. And quite frankly, a few years ago, I actually threw my hat in the ring for a corned beef sandwich. And I told everybody the reason I wanted to vote for a corned beef sandwich is because it's corned beef. More people have gotten enjoyment from a corned beef sandwich than they have from any of the candidates.
That's true.
The sandwich speaks volumes without saying a word.
Right. But you know what, though? I think that the Saucy Nugs actually brings both parties together. It brings everybody together.
Really?
Because, I mean, unless you are a vegetarian, in which you can still have a veggie Saucy Nuggy moment by just having, like, some vegetarian version of the Nugs.
What if it was a tofu? What if it was a tofu nug?
Tofu Nugs? Keenan, what do you think about that?
No.
Tofu Nugs?
No.
Well, the tofu nug would really just kind of take on the flavor of whatever sauce, you know. Well, she's definitely not going to vote for corned beef sandwich.
But you can't go Nugs for 2020.
Nugs 2020.
Stop it.
Nugs or sandwich 2020. That's right.
Nugs the sandwich.
Oh my
Nugs are the sandwich. That's right.
You know what? We need to go ahead and create like a campaign ad for that and just put it out there and just see how many likes and votes that it will get.
Oh no, there should be like conflicting commercials, you know, like the sandwich. You see a picture of a sandwich that's, well, the Nug's been saying some pretty harsh things about me lately, and I'd like to defend myself, you know, and like have the bread move, you know, like it's his mouth. You know, the corned beef sandwich is talking, you know.
Digging up the dirt on the other candidate.
Yeah, well, and it would be difficult for the Nug to speak, because the Nug, when it speaks, you just have to like have it move to like connotate that it's actually speaking, you know. Hi, I'm a saucy Nug. You know.
Right. Or better yet, you know what? I think that Nug could actually run on the strength of there being that he's coming out and saying that I'm no longer a wing. I've been a Nug all this time.
Oh, there you go.
So it could be like a coming out campaign.
A politically correct Nug.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the corned beef sandwich is running on the fact that he's been around for so long. He knows what people want. He can satisfy people. He's been satisfying people for years before Saucy Nug got in the picture. Who the heck is Saucy Nug anyway?
He's
a
the
matter of
corned
fact
beef of the people. Yeah,
that's right. Of and for the people.
The
Of
people.
and for.
Right, right. And you know what? I can even think that corned beef would be disrespectful and just call him like wings, and be like saucy wings, and be like, I refuse to call you nugs.
Oh.
Saucy wings.
Saucy
Bernard
wings.
has no chill. Oh my gosh.
And like
No chill
and like
at
the
all.
and like the nug can claim that the corned beef in the sandwich is just like Oscar Mayer. It's nothing special, you know.
Oh.
You know?
Wow.
It's not
That
like
hurts.
not like it's boar's
What has
head.
happened here?
And then a matter
Oh
of
my
fact, I think
God.
Saucy Nugs can even say, that corned beef's running mate should be wiener.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Right.
Or what about
What's
Nugs and
happening
wiener?
on this show?
2020.
You know what? Actually, but no, you actually brought up a good point. So who are their running mates? Because see, so like for Nugs, I see that a fry, is his running mate because usually you get fries set aside. I'm thinking the corned beef sandwich. It could be a potato chip. It could be like a
Yep.
ridged little potato chip.
I can see that.
Or the running mate could be the olive that goes on top of the sandwich.
Ooh, nice combination. I like that.
Because what goes
I like
better
that.
on a sandwich than a toothpick stabbing an olive right through it? That's right. That's right. That's right. And if they get elected, that'll be part of the big party that night. Is they'll stab the olive through the sandwich.
I like that. I like that.
It'll
So let
be
me ask you
awkward
this
at
question.
first, but I think people like it.
So would it be nugs and like sauce and nugs?
I think the nug. If the nug wants to win, the nug cannot come pre-sauced because you can't do that. I mean, you have to give people a choice.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
like the corned beef sandwich can't have it can't have any condiments on it because you
Right.
don't know what everybody likes. It's got to run without it.
So
You got to let the
Saucy
people
Nugs is-
choose.
So Saucy
Let
Nugs
the
is going to
people
run a
chew.
dry.
Yeah.
Ooh. Chew
People
right.
should choose what sauce they want.
I like that. I like that, Josh. So who do you choose? You like
Choose.
that? Who do you choose? Saucy Nugs or corned beef?
See what you did there. It's like a CH.
Josh is on
It's all baloney. That's the thing.
Ah,
It's all baloney.
Look what you did there.
I like
This
that.
is like
I
the
that.
ad libs episode of the
See, I think
Slanted Brow Show.
I think Josh, you're jonesing to be a campaign writer for the Nug, is what you're
Yeah.
trying to do there. Yeah,
Yep,
a coveted position
sure.
in this race.
Highly coveted.
Yes,
Highly coveted. So is the corned beef the incumbent?
Corned beef
Well,
would be incumbent.
I would say it is just because the corned beef sandwich has been around for a long time, and boneless chicken wings or nugs, as they are now known as, have not been around as long as corned beef. I'd
That's
say
true.
sandwich is the incumbent. So
I like
Nug
that.
has to dethrone the incumbent.
Yes.
All right. Honestly, though, I feel like we've exhausted it.
I think so. Except for
I'm just going to throw that out there. I think it's exhausted.
We just have to vote. We
We
just
do.
have to vote now.
Mhm.
To see, are we going to have 4 more years of the corned beef, or are we going to now have 4 years of saucy nugs?
I'm planning my vote behind corned beef sandwich.
My
Sometimes I
vote
feel like
goes
if
with
they
saucy
actually
nugs.
listed them like that on the ballot, we could do better. Who knows? What I mean is it could actually be more clear. Maybe.
You know what you should do, Bernard, is you should have a Facebook poll before our next show, so then we can talk about the poll results.
I like that. And a matter of fact, let's have like an actual like ad.
Don't you
Shakina
guys
Shakina
pull 'em
does
out of a
not
hat?
know what to do with this conversation.
Yes, I do. I just sit here quietly and let you guys talk about me.
Shakina, did you pick tonight's topics before Bernard started early?
Yeah, no,
No.
No, actually,
No.
we
I had
were
nothing
all.
to do with this.
I don't think any of us really knew what to talk about tonight.
Because it
It's like-
happened so fast.
It's like, what are we going to talk about? And there was a whole bunch of.
Has been quiet.
I hope that this one ends up being like the most rewatched like VOD, you know.
There you go. There
No.
you go.
This easy. That's all I can say.
We had the voice of truth. It was fantastic.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, no.
Yeah.
No. Please,
The voice of truth had a great
This has been
sounding
crazy.
voice.
He did. I was very serious about that comment. I think if he doesn't have a podcast, he should. I think he's got a good voice for it.
Yeah. Yeah. As yourself, Josh. I mean, Josh has a great radio sounding voice that
You do.
puts anybody to sleep, you know?
He
Puts
does.
anybody to sleep. That is my goal.
I myself have been having a hard time staying awake for the past 10 minutes. And I think it's because
Chris is
every
trying
time,
to get off here, man. I think we've exhausted it. Let's
I
see.
think
Can
it's
we have
just
any other
because,
baloney
you know,
nug joke? What's the nug 2020? We're gonna have
It's
another
just-
shirt contest going on.
it's
This is
just
gonna be great.
Bernard opened that up so bad.
That can of corned beef. He opened it right up.
Yeah, it was begging. It was begging
It was
for the joke.
ba-
Oh,
bacon for the joke.
it was yes.
Mm.
To back up though, I do like canned corned beef.
Oh my
I'm good
gosh.
with it. I'm down with it.
You're done with it?
I'm down with it. No, I'm down with the corned beef in a can. I love corned beef in a can.
Oh man. So what about spam? I see what I did there. Spam?
I could do spam. I like spam with eggs. Spegs.
Ooh.
Yep.
Spegs.
Did you
like
know-
that we've actually come to the conclusion we've cleared up that boneless chicken wings is legitimately fake news.
That is fake news.
I feel
It is.
smarter after see that you know.
That's what
made a
we're
great
about
point.
here at the Slanted Brow Show, is making people feel smarter.
Feel, not be.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're good at making people feel like now they're a little smarter than they were before the show started.
Very true.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Okay, Keenan. So you've been sitting there in complete silence, stone as a statue. Not stone like smoke, but being still. So what do you wish to talk about?
Yep.
That about breathing, breathing techniques.
Were you
Oh,
you
hands
were
up, don't
talking
shoot.
to me?
I can't breathe. Yeah, Keena.
I can't
Oh
breathe.
my gosh, no. First of all, I didn't know that you were talking because the connection is horrible tonight. Then, like I said, I'm trying to recover the absolute Matrix moment we were in it. I'm still trying to recover. Okay. This is usually
okay.
like a light show that we talk about some stuff. And I felt like I was in the middle of a bad Netflix movie. So I'm trying to recover. And then you guys started talking about meat, and I'm a vegetarian, so can't chime in there. So yeah, I'm just kind of just like here watching, nodding and smiling.
I gave you a
and
tofu option.
That's all.
That's third party, man.
You third party.
said it's third party.
I don't
That
eat
is.
tofu
Yeah,
like
that would
that.
be. Yeah, that would be. The vegetarian would be the third
Oh,
party.
wow.
It's
Wow.
chicken or beef. Oh, well, technically it's not. It's bologna, so it's not either. But
Yeah. The vegetarians would be the third party.
They would be. They would be.
Yeah, it would be
The
a
green
30
party.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
It would be
my
like
God.
a leaf of lettuce, spinach. I don't know.
That's
You
good.
know-
That's good stuff right there.
All right.
Got lots of vitamins.
You broke up there.
The- oh, Chris, why did you look disgusted? Vitamins are good.
Oh, I know. They are good for you. They are. No, I just you know what? And I wish that third party great success in the coming days leading up to the election.
Yeah. The Green Party.
The Green Party. Do you have an option of dressing? Like the nugget has an option of sauce?
Like an avocado ranch.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Caesar.
Thanks for trying.
Or balsamic.
Balsamic
vinaigrette.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I think you're making a bold statement when you're using balsamic. I think that might be a little too bold for a lot of voters out there.
Right.
I think you
So
got to
would the
tame that
running mate-
down.
So would the running mate be a crouton?
Could or a fake bacon bit.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
It could be like a Waldorf salad. We don't know what kind of salad this is. You could have a little walnut, because you could put walnuts.
You have some strawberries in it.
Yeah, a strawberry.
Strawberry walnut salad. With
Totally agree.
croutons
God.
Totally agree.
as the running mate.
Yeah.
And you know what would be the biggest upset
That's so nice of you guys to try.
is if the salad actually
Brilliant.
won.
Yeah. We could actually prove that a three-party
given
system
a
could
strawberry
work.
walnut salad and spicy nugs, I think I know who I'm voting for. One actually sounds good.
Oh,
And I mean the salad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could admit ordering spicy nugs, saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would have to be something you'd have to admit to.
Yeah.
Or why did you do it anyway?
Yeah.
You gotta
It's hard
You
to commit
own
to that affiliation.
Yeah, you gotta commit. If you're gonna order it, own it. Own that.
Yep. And you got to own it dry.
There you
Get
go.
it dry. Just like the salad. Get it dry.
Just like the salad.
Oh, this is awesome, guys. Yeah, this has to be one of the most weirdest Twilight Zone-ish episodes of this year, of 2020.
Yeah.
Because the way it just kind of concluded, we're talking about this alternate universe of elections. That
That's right.
seems so real to us because we fleshed out a real story with real
We did.
characters. The only thing that's missing is just getting the votes.
I know. So that leads us back to before we finish tonight, that leads us back to the first thing we talked about, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, if it matters to you, it matters to everyone else, get out and vote.
Yep. That's what it's all about. Register. It's not too late.
That's right.
And then go, make sure you vote. Go stand in line. It's going to be really interesting seeing how the polls are going to be directed, but don't be deterred. Don't get discouraged because there's not a mailbox in your corner that used to be there a couple weeks ago. Find out a way to get your vote counted. Get your voice heard.
Yep.
Hey, it's been great, guys. Thank you for Thank you for everything. I'll bow out here, but
All right.
it's been wonderful. Thanks for having me on for a little bit.
Thanks for
And,
stopping by.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice job.
Don't be a stranger.
Chiquina, I'll just say this is a compliment. Watching this show, especially your face, while the other guys are talking, is kind of like all the TikToks, the reactions when they're watching a video side by side, and it's like that's how it is. So it's like I can kind of judge where the show's at, even with the audio off, just watching your face, and it's wonderful. I love it. So, thank you guys. Have a good night. Go
You
vote.
too.
All right,
great
bro.
night.
Love you, man.
Well,
Hilarious.
this was quite a show, guys.
oh gosh.
This was a show.
This was definitely a show.
You know, of all
So-
the shows that I've done, this was one of them.
Chris, be quiet. Oh my gosh.
This is one.
Oh my gosh. Like I just, you know, just one of those things where you just like, I can't wait to get backstage.
Yep. So on that note, we thank you guys for
Yeah.
tuning in.
Love you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep, it's been real.
We'll be back next week.
Yep,
Maybe at 9. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I'll have to. You know, honestly, I'll tune in and find out myself.
Oh my God.
I will.
Oh.
I will. I'll tune in next week. I wonder if they're on tonight. I don't know.
And the shade continues.